Hello everyone, welcome to lesson number 15. This is grade 9 mathematics, and in this video, at the end of this video, you will know the difference between ratio and rate, and you also revise how to simplify ratio. This is something that you have learned in grade 8. Okay, the notes that I'm going to discuss or that I'm going to use here, they are coming from this study guide, grade 9 mathematics. Alright, so I also have a grade 9 physical science. If you are interested, please let me know. So this is my cell phone number, let me know so I can provide you with either mathematics, physical science, or all of them. Now, we are going to look at the difference between ratio and rate. Okay, so ratio compares quantities with the same or similar units. So they are all comparisons. So both ratio and rate, you are comparing two quantities. It's only that with the ratio you are comparing quantities, with the same or similar units. While rate, you are comparing quantities with different units. So the units are different. They are not the same at all. Now let us look at this example. So let's say we are given 4 centimeters to 10 centimeters. So this is a ratio because the units are the same. So it's 4 centimeters to 10 centimeters. So in grade 8, you'll probably ask to simplify this. All right. So you simplify, or you first cancel out the units, and then you find the highest common factor of 4 and 10. Okay. Now look at B. You have 2 hours, 2 minutes. No, not 2 minutes, but 200 minutes. All right. So you are comparing you're doing a comparison between 2 hours and 200 minutes. So these units are not the same. So the hours are not the same as minutes. These units, we can say that they are similar because they are all units of time. But in the first example here, or in A, these units are the same. So it's just a matter of us finding the highest common factors of the two numbers. But in B, these are all units of time, so they are not the same, they are similar. So also this one is a ratio. Okay, so and I hope you can still remember how to simplify ratio with similar units. You convert the bigger unit to the smaller unit. So you must convert the hours to minutes. Okay, now if you look at example number 2, you are told that $200 per book. So this is a rate that tells you that one book costs $200. In other words, the dollars and the book are different units. So we can say that the dollar or the money, so let's say the money and the book are not the same units. They are different. Okay, so and $200 per book can be written as just 200 with like a / and then book. So this is a rate. So this one tells you that if I have $400, then I can get 2 books. Okay, so if I want 3 books, I should have $600. So it's a rate that can help you to figure out how many books can you get with this kind of money. All right, and then we have famous rate. Speed is famous rate. Okay, it compares kilometer to hours, or meters to minutes, or even the rate of flow. Okay, that uses volume per time are also examples of rate. So speed, rate of flow, those are also famous rates because they are comparing 2 different quantities. If you look at speed, it's kilometer per hour. So kilometer is a unit of distance and hour is a unit of time. It tells you, for instance, if you look at this rate here, this rate of 180 kilometers per hour, so it means the car can travel a distance of 180 kilometers in 1 hour. Okay, so the / means per or over. Okay, all right, now let us do some work. So at least I hope by now you know the difference between a ratio and a rate. Okay, so you're not going to be asked in the exam what is the difference between the two. You just need to know the difference, okay? Because you will be answering questions, you should know that this is a rate question or is a ratio question. So for instance, if you look at this, let me just make this one bigger. If you look at this question, example number 3, sorry. So you are told that Mr. Dowsep wants to share 75 goats among his 2 sons, Hans and Gumashua. They are aged 10 and 15 years respectively. So respectively means that this 10 belongs to Hans. So Hans is 10 years old, and the 15 belongs to Gumashua. So Gumashua is 15 years old. Okay, so you should really take care of this. When it says respectively, it says whoever came first must take the first number. Whoever came last must take the last number. So now part A says write down Hans and Gumashua's ages in it's a ratio in simplest form. So what you need to do, so you just write down Hans to Gumashua and then you write down their ages. Hans is 10 years old and Gumashua is 15 years old. And then you simplify. So you must look up for the highest common factor of 10 and 15, and that highest common factor is none other than 5. So you must divide each number by 5. If you do that, 5 goes into 10 2 times, and 5 goes into 15 3 times. So this is the simplest form. So this is something that you have done in grade 8, so you should be fluent in this. Okay? So these are types of questions that you expect in the exam. So they're not going to ask you to know the difference between the two, or they're not going to ask you to write down the difference between ratio and rate, but at least you should know what is rate, and what is ratio. They are not the same thing. Okay, and then I have another example. So this part B, we can only do part B if we do the next lesson, I think. Okay, so let's look at example number 4, and I think this example number 4 I'll leave it to you to do it. So this one is coming from past exam papers, I think paper 1 2019 question paper. So simplify 34 to 30. So I want you to do this. Take a picture of your answer and share with me on WhatsApp. So here's my cell phone number. Okay, thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.